Hey guys, so I did mention that I was gonna do a little brief overview on my personal credit story and my personal credit history. And so those of you that have been watching, the first one, like my bad credit and how I went and got my score back up and what's happening right now. So I want to talk about what's happening right now. I'm actually looking into declaring a BK, bankruptcy, probably either Chapter 7, most likely. I'm not so sure about doing Chapter 13. And the reason behind that is because me and my fiance, we've been looking to get into a house for almost 3 years now. And and I'm glad that I actually decided to go in and talk to one of the mortgage lenders, and he was saying that if you've been struggling this for 3 years and you've been trying to repair your credit, and you should probably look into filing a BK. And I'm like, what? I'm really not for sure why I want to file bankruptcy. First off, I'll be honest, I don't even want to even come close to filing bankruptcy for anything, right? And he was explaining to me, I said, well, how long have you been battling, with your bad credit? And I said, at least about 4 years. And I said, if that's the case, you could have wiped it all out, wiped all your debt out, and then with 2, 3 years, you would have been done, and you would have been able to get applied for a house. And at the rate that I'm going, that's what he's saying. At the rate I'm going right now, what are your chances of getting approved? With two repos, with all this debt, unsecured debt that's still being charged off, and they're still filing collections, judgments. What are you gonna do about that? If you don't plan on paying it off, obviously your credit's gonna get even worse. And so I was like, I thought about it real hard. I thought about it real hard. I'm like, if it's worth it, if it's worth it to declare a BK or bankruptcy, I'm gonna do it. And so that's where I'm at for right now for my current situation. And so, in the past, like I said, I made some dumb choices, poor choices on getting credit cards, unsecured debt, two repos, making all this money, can't even spend it all away on nothing, can't even pay off my bills. Made some dumb choices when I was 21 and 22 and 20. From the ages of 21 and 23, I made some poor choices. And by the time I was 25, I said I had to step back. And then now I'm like 30 now, 5 years down the road. It's taking a hit, a massive hit right now. And come to realize, I mean, I'm very glad that I got my car through Carvana, for what they've done for me. And they don't care about your credit score as long as you have the income. That's what comes out. That's what I love about them. So go check them out. But like I said, I'll make another video on on to to really make sure, if you're going to do a credit repair from a credit repair agency. The problem is that I went to three of them. ASAP did a phenomenal job, but they still told me that there is no way that they're going to be able to get rid of those repos, and I'm going to have to find a way to pay them off. That's what their suggestion was. Now, obviously, that's a different answer from the mortgage broker. He was saying that I should file bankruptcy so that they can wipe the debt out. In 2 3 years, I would be clean, and I'll have a higher score, and I wouldn't have that on my report anymore reported. So what would, if I've been suffering for four years now, what are my options, right? I already tried to do credit repair 3 times, and a couple of weeks ago I was considering doing a debt consolidation again, because I did a debt consolidation 2 years ago. And so, like I said, the problem with debt consolidation is that they consolidate all the debt together. You're making one lump sum payment, and I mean, yeah, I mean, to me, it's like another car loan. To be honest, it's like another car loan. 25,000 in debts. I mean, to total myself out would be like almost 35, 40,000 in debt. Now, obviously, if you're going to declare bankruptcy, obviously you want to wipe out the max debt, right? You want to wipe it all out. And so I was considering going back to debt consolidation. And like I said, I'm really glad that I met the mortgage lender that told me some other options. And I mean, sometimes you have to face reality of seeing where things are going in the right path for your personal credit. And if you're in, like I said, if you're in a shithole like where I'm at, you know, and you made some poor choices and you're trying to own up to it right now, it's tough. It's tough to go back to that situation. And if you are willing, if you're willing to pay back, by all means, debt consolidation. Tell the creditors you're going to pay it back. I wouldn't tell collection agencies because once you pay that collection agency, they just sell out to another collection agency, and then they just acted like you didn't pay them anything. That's why I don't talk to collectors. It's tough, and so it's just free money unless you get something written in a statement. Always get something written down in a statement. If you're going to pay off that debt, especially collections. And so I mean that's where I'm at right now, and it comes to a point to where you have to make the final decision to meet your future needs, right? Your future needs and your future wants. And if I want the score, to be back where I'm at, to be honest, I'm still sitting at like 550, 540. I mean, it was at 600 at one time last month, but it just drained down bad. And, collections that were taken off, guess what? A new collection company sends me a letter after ASAP got it taken off. After they got it taken off, guess what? Another collection agency sends me another letter from a different collection agency stating the same collection from the previous collections. It's crazy. I'm like, how the heck did they? It's like, what? I was like, where did this come from? And it's a recycle. It's a revolving thing for collection agencies. So you just sell to another collection agency, and just keep hassling you. Letters, phone calls, letters, and phone calls. It's just nonstop. And the cool part is if I declare bankruptcy, they're not calling me no more. They're not sending me letters no more. And sometime next month, I'm going to be talking to a bankruptcy attorney here locally in town. And like I said, to be honest, I never ever wanted to pursue bankruptcy, and I never ever even want to look at bankruptcy. To me, bankruptcy is like the worst. That's what I consider as. To me, if you declare, my opinion was that if you declare bankruptcy, you're declaring to, yourself, I think to me, like if you declare bankruptcy, you're declaring yourself as a bad person. That's what I thought it would be. I never bothered looking into what bankruptcy does. I never bothered to what was the pros about bankruptcy. I always look at the cons. I always look at the negative side of bankruptcy, and I see people talk about bankruptcy and they say, well, it takes about 7 to 10 years to get to get approved for anything. A quick turnaround in 2-3 years, anything can happen in 2-3 years versus trying to do credit repair and versus trying to, because realistically for a debt consolidation, it's like a 5-year plan, depending on the amount of debt. Usually the average person has about 25,000-30,000 in debt. So, and like I said, that's another car loan. To be honest, that's another car loan. And so you gotta really think about it if you really want to put all that debt down and pay and do a lump sum payment for 5 years, or unless you don't have that much debt, you know. Another thing I'm going to make a topic about is student loans. I have student loans as well. You can get student loans taken off in bankruptcies if you can declare on some kind of hardship in financial. So that's another thing as well. And then yeah, there's plenty of topics that I want to bring up, especially, just my personal story of my personal credit. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably wondering what it takes, to get to that 700 score, to get to that 800 score. I'm not here for clickbait. Like I said, I'm not here to try and get people to say, oh, how to get your score in 45, how to boost your score in 45 days to 800. How is that possible? How is that possible for someone that has a 500 credit score in 4 to 5 days? Can they really boost it to 800? So I hate some of these. To be honest, I hate some of these YouTube videos that people just do it for clickbait and for views. There's really not a whole lot of transparent people these days, and so very few are really transparent and genuine these days. Truthful. And that's my story, guys. I mean, that's my story. You guys see me videos of my Subaru. I mean, I plan on doing more videos to my Subaru. And the number one thing is income isn't. What's that? Hey, girl. Okay, all right. So that's my daughter. So, the important thing is that income is not an issue for me. It's just that credit score is a huge issue right now for me. And so that's why I really want to strive down and knock it all out. Because realistically, you want lower APRs. You want lower interest rates. You want the lowest interest rate if you're going to finance a car or a home. Those are the two biggest purchases. And realistically, do you really need to finance electronics or furniture or appliances? I mean, you can, but think about all the monthly payments that adds up towards with your vehicle payments and your house payments. So it adds up, and especially with unsecured debt, credit cards. It's okay to have credit cards, but it's not okay to have a bunch of credit cards with a bunch of minimum payments. So, I mean, that's my 2 cents. I mean, that's my little story. That's my opinions there. And like I said, I'm gonna upload, more videos about this. And I want people to understand that, when you hit rock bottom, especially with your personal credit score, you can always bounce back. And that's what I want to show people. I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying like what those people say, oh, you can boost your score in 30 days, or you can boost your score in 45 days because of this. You can do that, all this. No, I'm not those types of people. That's ridiculous. Realistically, I'm giving you guys the truth. I'm giving you guys the truth. It takes time. I went to three different repair agencies last year. Got my score up. I was at a 480. Got it up to like 610, 620. Now it's back down to 550. And like I said, I got two repos. I got 20,000 in unsecured debt that got charged off. That's a total of credit cards, like 5-6 credit cards that I have. And I'm telling you, and I got student loans too that are coming up too. So it's coming up. And if I look at this scenario right now, what are my options? Do I just want to keep paying for credit repairs, or do a debt consolidation? And then the next option, third option, would be declare BK. That would be the third option. I know a lot of people don't like talking about bankruptcies, but guess what? If it's right for you, and it fits you to make it worth it for the next 2-3 years to count, I'm just freaking do it, because I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I've been balanced for 4 years. it's done. I could have just declared bankruptcy 4 years ago. I would have been a lot cleaner on my personal credit record, my score, and my record versus just trying to repair, trying to look at debt consolidation, trying to repair again, trying to do this, trying to do that. No, too much. Wasted time. So there you guys have it. Like I said, stay tuned for more. I'm probably gonna upload more on my Subaru, and I'll start doing more videos with my kids. So I promised my kids, I promised I was gonna do some more videos with them. But other than that, that's it, guys. I mean, like I said, I mean, this is like my personal story, my personal story. So that's it.